Hello everyone, we're out here, welcome back to 9G Studios. We're out in studio number 3. This is the frame for project number 33. You've probably seen it in some earlier videos at various stages of its build process. Once again, the motor's out of a 2005 Dodge Magnum with a NAG1 transmission. The front grille, you might have seen in pieces earlier. It was stretched 4 inches across the bottom to give it a longer raked look and appearance. And so while the cab is off and I'm doing the floor on the cab, some of the things that need to be finished up on the frame before I stick the cab back on is first and foremost the wheel speed sensor bracket. This is a Malox adapter to transfer the original design of Mopar's drive shaft into a yoke system. It runs through a drive shaft safety bracket for the drive shaft, because this is all up inside the cab, and it goes back to a 9-bolt rear end. And so NAG1 transmissions have wheel speed sensors, and everybody who's doing HEMI swaps tries to stay away from these types of transmissions for whatever reason. So they're available. There are companies out there that can help you do this level of project. And why do we need to do this? Well, the wheel speed sensors are in the rear on each tire. The wheel speed sensors look like one of these. It's a little sensor that's bolted up inside, and there's a smaller gear on each one of the axles. And it sends a signal to the computer, and it tells the computer what speed the tire is moving, so it can adjust and shift and change the gear ratio on a dime. Now, what is required is to get a wheel speed sensor teeth adapted to your yoke assembly piece, and then you need to get a plate so that you can have something to mount. This cardboard bracket is used as a template, and your wheel speed sensor will be mounted on either side, one for each wheel, because the computer still requires, for mine at least, requires the wheel speed sensor reading from each tire. And so this particular little bracket piece was mocked, and I'll get the brackets made, but I won't install this until after the cab is installed, because I want to make sure that this bracket is not interfering with the floor, or this bracket here is not interfering with the floor. And then inside, I'll make a cover as the tunnel gets built over the transmission to gain access to that. The same thing goes with why you saw a big hole in the floor in an earlier episode, was to gain access to this brake assembly. And so additional and other work that needs to be done is the transmission cooler lines. You can barely see it hanging off the side right here. All that has to get changed and routed over to the aftermarket transmission cooler. All that'll get wired into the cab once it's done. The hole in the firewall, and I'll show you those again later. The hole in the firewall was to gain access to the back of the motor, because this is where your vacuum line comes out that feeds your master cylinder below you, as well as your lines for your heater that you might want to put in your vehicle. And once those items are done, we can get the cab put back on, and I say we a lot. I guess I got too many personalities. Anyways, so I've rambled on enough. That's been 5 minutes and an update of the frame, and we'll get you caught up and try to do shorter videos. Thanks for stopping by. Get out there and build something.